Alright guys, today is about dinner plate hibiscus propagation. In this video, I'm going to show you the method to root the cuttings crazy fast. Stick with me, be right back. Hi there, happy gardeners! Welcome back. This is Marcelina at cashewgreens.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you the method to root dinner plate hibiscus stem cuttings crazy fast. But before we move on, if you see a red button up there on the screen that says subscribe, like, and share, press that button and smash the bell for notification so you guys will get notified when I upload new video. Let's dive in and see you in the next clip. Alright, so I'm here standing next to my giant hibiscus, which is known for dinner plate hibiscus. Look at this plant, guys. Look at how tall it is. It is taller than me. It grows more than 4 to 5 feet tall. As you can see, one branch is loaded with these blooms. They have this beautiful plate-like pink flower, and it's so beautiful, but the flower doesn't last long. It only lasts for a day. But hey, even if it is just one day, you have so many blooms that it will pop every single day. This plant, the flowers bloom from summer all the way through winter, and it is very cold hardy. So far, I don't have a disease or pest with this plant. They like full sun, and I place this plant here so it can get full sunshine. If you have a problem with your hibiscus, if you have because most pests that will attack with this plant is the sawfly. So if you have a sawfly, don't worry about it, guys. Just spray it with horticultural spray. But keep in mind, don't spray your plant with neem because this plant is sensitive to neem. It will burn the leaves and also it damages the flower. So avoid spraying neem. Now I cut this down a little bit because it was growing so wild, so I tried to limit the growth. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take some cuttings and I'm going to show you guys how to root the cuttings of dinner plate hibiscus really fast in just 7 days. Yes, 7 days. The normal rooting is only 2 months. But this method that I'm going to show it to you, you can root this hibiscus in just 7 days. So I tried to grow hibiscus from seeds. I collected a lot of seeds last summer, but man, I don't have luck with these seeds. I tried to grow it because there's so many seeds that I can collect, but never had luck with it. All of my seeds did not germinate, so I took some cuttings and root it. And that's why I'm going to share that to you guys so you can grow more of this. They're so beautiful. So we're going to take cuttings. Now, when you take cuttings, always apply these principles of gardening to disinfect your cuttings because if you are using all the time with your tool, you have to disinfect it. You don't want the pathogen transferred to your plant. So use an alcohol or any kind of disinfectant wipes and wipe your pruner. And also, make sure you bring a jug of water because after you take the cuttings, you place them right away in the water to prevent more water loss. So let's take some cuttings. So the ideal cuttings is 4 to 6 inches and 8 inches. So I'm not going to take all the way. I will take the short cuttings. So I cut it in here and I will put right away in my jug. Don't worry about the blooms, guys, because you still have more blooms coming. So I just take 2 cuttings in here and I'm going to show it to you guys. Now we're going to do the procedure here because this is more convenient. All right, so let's begin the procedure, shall we? So I cut this one in half. So the normal or ideal cuttings is 4 to 6 inches or 8 inches. So I cut this in half. All right. Now I cut closer to the node because this is the area where it has a concentration of hormones. So I'm going to remove the leaves, remove the lower leaves, remove the flower. You don't want that flower because you don't want to continue sending energy and then you would not be able to root your cuttings. So remove all the leaves except 2 leaves on the top. Okay, so I keep these leaves here. I'll cut in half, cut the flower, okay, and then I will cut the 2 leaves in half. So this is to keep the remaining loss of moisture, so to keep the moisture intact. So this is the cuttings. So I will place this back here. So watch me what I'm doing here, and you can apply this method to grow tons of hibiscus. Propagation it's exciting, guys, but don't get away, don't get obsessed with it, because majority of the gardeners, most of them is obsessed with growing plants through propagation. So I'll have this one here, and I'll cut it again 45-degree angle closer to the node and place right away into the water. If you are into gardening, guys, it takes your stress away, and this activity is helping me to think of what's going on around the world. See that? Okay, so we're done of our cuttings here. So we're going to dip this in our hormone. So I always recommend with you guys, if you want to be successful in rooting your cuttings so fast, so I recommend the Clonix gel hormone. I always recommend to you guys, because this is the product that will help you speed up your rooting. It's very active. You can use this in any cuttings, softwood, hardwood, or semi-hardwood. So I always bring this little glass with me here. And as I mentioned in my videos, that never stick the cuttings in the bottle, because you don't want to contaminate the content. So you dip your cuttings, soak it with the gel thoroughly, and leave the cuttings for a few seconds to keep the gel absorbed. Alright, so we will keep this in few seconds. Alright, so the methods of propagation, the propagator that we are going to use today is the Propagating. Now, why I'm always using the Propagating, because this is the only propagator that would help you increase your rooting rooting propagation. You are more likely to root the cuttings successfully using this method. So I have this knit cup in here. I'm going to link this guys in the video so you guys can check it out and then get this product if you are using Propagating system. So I'm going to insert this. The great thing about the Propagating is that once it's rooted, you can see the root, and that is exciting. So I will put a lot of stuff in here, so I can place 3 cuttings in one knit cup. Yeah, so I place here, and I will finish all the propagation, guys, to keep the video a little bit not too long, to keep the video not long. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do here is labeling. So you definitely label your plants, so you know. So this is Dinner Plate Hibiscus. So and then also do the date, so you know what time you propagate the cuttings. So let's go to the greenhouse and place this in our system. Alright, so let's place this hibiscus, and I'm going to finish the whole propagation to seed time, guys. Okay, so I have this container here. So before you place, as I mentioned on my other video, that you check the system. So the fog is good. So make sure that the fog is distributed properly to all the cuttings, otherwise the cuttings will dry out. So I put it in here. That's how easy it is. Alright. That was easy breezy. So you just place it in the container and voila, it's gone. So that is great about the Propagating, guys, and I would recommend you to build even just a small one. Get an experience with it, and I'm sure I can rest assured that you guys would fall in love with the system, because it is easy to grow, it is easy to propagate, and then you have this bonus that it excites you. Your cuttings will root, and you cannot wait to see every day, you know, how is your cuttings doing. And the cuttings that I have only 7 days, and I'm going to show you, so stick with me because I'm going to show you in this video later on. Be right back. 7 days later. Alright, so we have come up this far. You guys want to see the result? I'm sure you're excited to see the result of our Dinner Plate Hibiscus propagation. But before I will share this result, I'm going to give you a follow-up of our experiment with the Rose of Sharon. Remember, we had that video, we experimented the Rose of Sharon cuttings. We placed them in 2 propagators. We used the Propagating system and also the container and propagate our cuttings. So let's find out the result. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a follow-up of our experiment with the Rose of Sharon. Remember that video? We experimented the Rose of Sharon cuttings. We placed them in 2 propagators. One propagator we used the Propagating system, the other propagator we used the container. So we used 2 containers. One container had no airstone, the other container had the airstone. So let's check the results. So let's start with the container with no airstone. Oh, it stinks! Holy cow! Oh my gosh, look at this one, guys. That is horrible. Oh my gosh, I did not even bother replacing new water because, as you can see, the cuttings are dead. Oh my gosh, it smells. Woo! So this one did not make it. So how about the container with an airstone? Okay, so here's the glass. So this one doesn't smell because there we added earthstone, so the earthstone helps the water moving. And I see green here. Okay, all right, so this one did not have root either. Look at that. Oh my gosh, the bottom is mushy. So this method of propagation did not work. Oh man, that smells. Okay, so our last hope is the cutting that we place in the propagating system. Alright, so I placed the cutting back. Oh man, you beat the root. I would be disappointed if you didn't. Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh my gosh! Oh man, look at this one, guys. Look at that. Oh man, it's a nice, healthy root. Oh my goodness. It would break my heart if I did not make one of the cuttings. Finally, we have one. So my set of hibiscus, my collection is complete. So I'm glad that this one root, so the container method with soil in it didn't make it. So, oh man. So at least we have one hibiscus, one rose of Sharon roots. Okay, now are you guys ready for our result with the dinner plate hibiscus? That dinner plate hibiscus, I was just thinking the other week. I asked myself, why the hibiscus, the dinner plate hibiscus, rooted faster as opposed to the other hibiscus? So my conclusion was because the stem is soft or it's not woody. That was because I couldn't expect that the cuttings rooted in just 7 days. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you. It is 7 days now and we're going to check our hibiscus. Oh my gosh. Come on. OMG! Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, look at the root. This is 7 days. As you can see, the root is long. Oh my gosh. How about the other one? We will check the other one. Hopefully it's rooting. I just place in different areas. Oh my gosh. Look at this, guys. Look at the root is healthy. Wow. How about the other one? This is exciting for the propagatics, guys, because not only it's easy to propagate, but you can also see the root. About this. Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. The other stem, the cutting here, it's just callousing. There is no root in here, but eventually this will root. You just give it a few days. And look at that. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to show you guys not just the this dinner plate. Oh my goodness. So this is just 7 days of propagation. And I'm going to show you the other hibiscus that I propagated last month. I just keep it in the system because I don't have any other plants that I can place in the propagator. Okay, so this is the other kind of hibiscus. This is the Hawaiian hibiscus. So let's see. Oh man, look at that, guys. Look at that. The root system, as you can see, because it's hardwood, it takes a little bit a while for the hardwood. This is like for close to 3 weeks. And it rooted, but it's not the same as the dinner plate. The dinner plate is rooting like crazy. So again, so this is how exciting to have fog panic system to root the cuttings, guys, because you can see the root. And I'm always excited every time I propagate plants and place here in the system. I always get excited because I know that within a week or so my cuttings eventually root. As you can see, it was rooting. So I would recommend you guys to just build one small system and experiment yourself, and I can rest assured you had fun with it, and you would have full of excitement if you use this kind of propagation. I'm so happy I rooted Dinner Plate Hibiscus cuttings in just 7 days. But I can't get so excited because this is just the first journey. We rooted the cuttings in water, so the plant is used to that environment. Now the second journey is transferring them into the soil. There will be a transplant shock during the movement. So we never know if this plant will survive or will die after the transfer. So let's go ahead and transfer the hibiscus. Always spray your pruner. I ran out of alcohol in here. There you go. Finally. So this is long root, so I'm going to trim it. So I always use the Happy Frog soil. This is a mixture of cocoa fiber and perlite. Happy Frog has a mycorrhizae that is also helping your root against pathogen. Then I always use this Mycoplus. And then spray the Mycoplus onto roots. So I mentioned the Mycoplus in my other video. Mycoplus is a beneficial fungus that will protect the root system against pathogen. So every time I transfer plant, I always use the Mycoplus. Okay, so the last thing you need is water the plant. Alright, so this is for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider to like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So, see you next week. Adios!